Spec Racing here for the Tier 1 race around the Monza circuit. I'm your commentator, Luxits, and I will shortly have a co-commentator joining me by the name of QBR20 Star. But today, in the Monza circuit, of course, earlier the Tier 2 race had some quite odd conditions, starting on the dry tyres during, a rain spout. Oh, it's actually quali is wet here, which is quite nice to see, a bit of variety in the weather again. So, of course, I said my co-commentator will be joining me soon as we wait for the first action on track here in the Tier 1 race. As I'm going to quickly have a look at the standings for us, as Mr. Boker actually joins us here today. Him being in the Mercedes cars, TRT Verlies, and I believe that is Term going to be first out on the track here. Intermediate conditions at the Monza circuit as we head down. Ooh, Term getting quite on the curb there. Right, chicane. Of course, last week, I don't actually remember who the winner was. Starting for you here. Points standing. So currently leading the championship, Jabali MSU in the 145 points. It's close. 85 points, and Jab claiming 8 out of the current 9 positions in Tier 1 so far. And last week, your winner was ERA Cormac, or on his account this week called Cormac Hogan. Second place was Tier 2 reserve Cameron. Great from him there. Boca was your final podium spot. Scarrier finished P4, and Sam finished P5. Only 8 people finished that race anyway, as Term starts his lap. Chicane of turn 1 and 2 here. Not looking at what of these curbs quite now after the recent pass. Around Curva Grande into the Della Rosa chicane. Turn 3 and 4. Of course, these curbs can absolutely blow your car up, and he knows that, so he stays off them. Quite hesitant, but he does lose the car on exit, so this is surely going to return behind him. Oh, Verlies getting it all squirmy on the exit, as that is Jab now out of the chicane with Blackwood. We'll stay on board. Ooh. Am I seeing curb there at try and catch his car on the outside of the Curva Parabolica. He's just as Acos goes fastest by 1.9. Jabbo FH slots into this on an actual lap will be PSR Gordon. Where can he go? They're coming across the wall. What can he do? Just behind PSR Gordon. His lap. It's the other McLaren ahead now going on the final corner. Where can he put the other McLaren? Good McLaren actually here today. Astra has crashed out of the first of the 2 Lesmos. Just behind FN here is FRT Venom. As Evan goes up into P9, and FRT Venom slots just in behind PSR Gorgon for that P8. As TRT Verlies comes around the final corner, 0.4 seconds up, slots into P8. That's Acos in the final corners, who has invalidated. Blackjaw, I believe, has gone again. in his Ferrari car, of course reserving from Tier 2. On his second lap, on these Inter tyres, what can he moves P3, slight improvement from him. His jab now coming around just over a 10th up in Sector 2. Can he take P1? No, he cannot, bad if one opinion. Still H. Cole coming up. Oh, it's quite two of the 3 FRT boys in this quality session. And going on. But it's again on his same set of inters around the curve of Parabolica, taking a shorter run to the line. And it's a good lap. He goes straight provisional position 4 tenths back row. Jab 3 tenths up in the middle sector. Can he put his Aston Martin in the front row? Yes, he can. Great showing from the 2 Aston Martin boys. Sam Cole 9 tenths up, about to cross the line here. Has a big moment around the curve of Parabolica. Does he take the shorter route? Kind of, he does, yes. Where can he put his Red Bull up into P7? FRTFH starting another lap, not improving. So I believe that's Pierce Gorgon behind again, starting another lap. Well, McHogan just behind them. Not too is invalid. Same with Gerald as FRT Evan, I'm not sure if it's a quick lap or not. I believe that's TRT Verlier too. Yes, it is, but he is also invalid. Black to Raw going again on these inters, I believe. So it'll be 4 laps in a row from the man in the Ferrari. As I believe there's both. Because not going as quick as he can as FRT Venom leaves the session there. I'll get him back in a minute as Blackborough is 2 seconds down. I'll quickly invite FRT Venom back into the session. There we go. As Blackborough pulls into the pits just to the Aston Martins and the other Aston Martins into the pit. Feature the fighter. Sam Cole. Actually improves by 2 tenths, 3 tenths almost. Sam Cole starting another lap. FLT Venom rejoins the session as FLT Evan now. Sorry, isn't it? We'll just come out of the Sky chicane there ahead of the other guys, who was just marginally down in Sector 1. Was a lot further down in Sector 2. NOX Adams on his outlap here. Heading into the Sky chicane in the Haas car. Not taking the best of lines through for him. He's having fun today. FH, as we run about with him, almost loses it off the first of the 2 Lesmers. Have to be careful around here, especially in the wet. Check FH's middle sector if he's up or not. He was marginally down in Sector 1, but he is up by about 2 tenths here in this middle sector. Sam Cole, I'm not sure if he's up. It does say he has done a purple second sector though. FH is actually invalidated for riding ball with Sam Cole. The big moment coming out of the Ascari chicane. Sam Cole then up to the curve of Parabolica. Can he nail this final corner as he locks up on the front right hand tyre? Bit deep here. Does get not quite nice. Just in front of NOX Adams, who is on his lap here. It's running over down. He used to decided to down to reserve. He's back racing yet again. GSR. NOX Adams in 59.9. Just recently is in back the Sky. So I'll just ahead of FRT then. 6 tenths up in Sector 1 alone there. Watch Lizard as well, as he's going to be first to cross the Sector 2 line. Through the second Lesmer here, short shifting up into 5th and now 6th gear. Still has a bit of a moment through the second of the Lesmers. maybe even inside the top 5 if she can nail this final sector. Lizard then, up to Parabolica. Vernon, very hesitant on the throttle from him, but no mistake through there. Lizard up to the line, can he improve his position? No, he cannot. Cormac now though. I'm not sure if he had a good parabolic. He certainly sort of had a good exit. It's been a good lap from Cormac. Where does he put himself? Up into the top 4. Him. So Martins to finish another lap will be FRTA because he was on the sector 2, but his opinion is how much is he back on ball with FRTA because actually elevated through this somewhere. He takes a very short route to the line. It's P2 for him. Jab was down in sector 2, so he's got FRTA. Jab marginally down on his best time of the session. As we have the two Alfa Romeo is close in front. There's a little bit of a Curva Grande. Now pulling out of the way. TRT Burleys. Sector 1 of the first cars. It was not on a lap. There's the Red Bull of Sam Cole. As he over all of those curbs through the Della Roger chicane. Back on board aggressively here. Just browse. Enerax Adams now taking a short route to start his lap. Someone just jumped up spot, I'm not quite sure how. Back with Enerax Adams though, around the first of the two Lesmos, very shaky on his rear end there. Through the second of the two Lesmos, keeps it within track limits. Oh! Big slide from him though. Surely going to be losing a lot of time. Is he up on his previous best second sector lead? Yes, he is by half a second. It's a big improvement from Enerax Adams. Does look up into valid. Still valid just him. So Martins is following these two. Just move up to P1. Yet again, it's an Aston 1-2 in Tier 1 here. FRT Venom only improves to P12 on the grid. So Red Bull of San Cole have to start a lap just in front of FRT Evan. Actually, in sector 2. The Parabolica then is FH. Does he improve his position to inside the top 5 as the yellow flag for a car retiring in the pits? FH up into P4. Enerax Adams is 6/10 up in sector 2. I'm not sure what he's doing moving in the straight here. He could improve his time, but he's decided to back off of his lap. He's got the two Alfa Romeo. For those in bad opinions, splitting them though is the span 3/10 of a second. As a Ferrari that should come straight on at the 5 of session. Anyway, next to finish a lap. Never mind. Didn't actually get laps to finish and 2 it up in 7. Ladies, man. Yet again, riding a ball with FH into the curve of Parabolica. Locks up on his front tyres. Does he get the throttle down nicely? Yes, he does. He cuts very aggressively to the inside. FH across the line. P3, half a tenth off pole. As next is going to be Enerax Adams, giving bad F1 opinion a cheeky toe here to the Parabolica. These two aren't actually teammates. Enerax Adams does give him a cheeky toe into the curve of Parabolica. Could this allow bad F1 opinion to spoil the Aston 1-2 here off the final quarter? Bad F1. He does not manage to spoil the Aston Martin 1-2. In the end, is Jab, I believe, claiming another pole position over the Hungarian that is his teammate in FRTA, because the Irishman in FH qualifying P3, not too far, taking pole there. Bad of one opinion, P4, Sam Cole in P5, who will be sharing row 3 with Black. The other in Cormac starts P7 alongside TRT Verlies. NRX Astro, who I believe only got one lap in that qualifying session, starts P8 with Gerald alongside in P10. Two FLT boys look out row 6 in Evans, and Venom. As PSR Gorgon and NRX Adam start P13 and P14, the two slowest that set laps, as Vapor JS and AMS Term bring up the rear of the grid. But yeah, extremely close qualifying session for really the entire top 4 for a bit of a 2/10 gap, 2/10 jump down to Sam. There we go. Well then, Jab claiming his 9th pole in 10 races here, which is unbelievable for him. Of course, ETSO Alex, the only one to claim pole par Jab, as it is looking like to be a beautiful sunny day here at Monza. As now we can have a look at the strategies. Jab opting for the softs, his teammate Akos opting for the medium compound tyre. Same with Sam Cole, Astro, Lizard, Evan, Venom, PSR Gorgon, AMS Term, all opting for the mediums. As TRT Burley's actually switches onto the mediums, and Bad F1 Opinion does the same. So it's a 50-50 split here between the group on their tyre choices. As we get all the necessary tree up, as I'm going to see if my co-commentator is ready to join quickly. As he's not online, but I will chuck him an invite to the party. Anyway, as we can see, Jab, FH, Blackdraw and Cormac, NRX Adams, Vapor JS and Mr. Boca all on the soft compound tyre. The others opt to start for the harder, longer lasting medium compound tyre, which can run very deep into the race. But then, does Akos try and slow everyone behind and hold up FH and create a jab to him? Well then, will it be as hectic of a race of tier 2 from what I've heard? Will the Astons, as we have 27 laps ahead of us. But honestly, today I think someone that could shock podium, for me, to have a shock result is most likely AMS Thomas. He's got exceptional pace. Jab again will try and go for the win, try and extend his point gap over Sam Cole. As we are lining up for the grid now, as there's actually spun at the curve parabolic here. Anyway, we'll try and get the best view into turn 1 for all the action. Let's leave the last card. Give me a better camera angle, Codemasters. There we go. This is 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Jab with an amazing start. Same with FH. Akos seems to have bogged down in the first phase. A long keep breaking the game with an amazing start. FH up in position. Akos down into P3 as he's being attacked by Bad F1 Opinion around the outside of the Curva Grande. Down into the television screen as Akos losing 2 positions on this first. Does he try the move into the first of the 2 Lesbians? He's fine and he's ahead. This is a yellow flag for AMS turn at the Della. But then FH jumping up 2 positions off the start. Jab losing 1 to FH. One opinion, some view. Go's also been cut. 3 positions for him. Vapor JS and Mr. Boker both gaining 4. The opening lap. But here comes Akos right on the back of Bad F1 Opinion here. Has a look into the parabolic as Sam Cole and General Littler side by side switching positions. Sam Cole retakes that P8 spot as Vapor JS now slides down the inside of General Lizard. But Jab having a reach into turn both sides tire. Lizard did have damage there. As Venom and Term swap positions into turn 1. Getting all over the place. Over the curve. JS right on the back of Cole now though. Sam Cole deciding to keep the ERS on into the Delaware chicane even though it's not really an overtaking spot as he locks. It's a massive chance into the first of 2 Lesbians as down the inside he goes. Replicating out of Metaphilia chicane. There he is, there's my dictator for the day. Anyway, all over. Adams to FRT Evan at the exit of Ascari. Somehow lucky not to return that does. To recap. Esmos. But yeah, Jab, of course, from pole yet again. He usually does have the better starts, but this time he seems to have off the a bit. As there he is. Gaining position starting P7 Vapor. First 3 laps. Grid. Oh, speeding under the VSC. This race. One for cut. Freeze. The entire one opinion. Alright, Shadow. TRT equal to. All over the in here. Curve, but he's unable to get the move done. Sam Cole. Alright, Adams. Of course, the better exit on that softer compound. Going to be TRs into turn 1, but using the. He has a look down the inside. Does back there. He's got Venom on the drag race out.
Aspen curb.
Oh, that's a reset to drive. Right? As Jab FA into the Ascari chicane, he's certainly close enough for it.
Yep.
He's going to have a look down the inside. Can he get ahead before the braking zone? Yes, he can. Jab retakes that P1 spot just before the braking zone. Hippolyta goes Vapor JS on NRX Astro.
FH retakes the lead.
Fellow NRX teammate with Adams. Right, FH retakes the lead race. We'll switch back to this battle as Jab does seem to be trying, having a look down the inside into the Delaware chicane, but decides wisely to back out of that move. Well, Adams was Vapor JS as Venom's quite close to the back of AMS turn into the Delaware chicane, but also opts to not go for the move. Does Jab try it on FH again into Ascari? He's certainly a lot quicker in a straight line. It's again deciding to
He's learned from last lap, yeah.
Yeah. He's decided, I'm going to do exactly what you did to me. It's Adams. Oh, JS actually. Akos makes a big mistake out of Ascari. It's allowed JS, DRS, to defend from NRX Adams.
Vapor's flat as well, already on lap 5. Yeah. Should be easy for Adams.
Turn 1. Jab ahead before the braking zone yet again.
Nice ABS.
On the inside line. as FH tries to go for the switch
Oh,
back there. but
and
cannot
Vapor's
get
made a
it down.
mistake. Free position for Adams.
Yeah, there goes Adams, sneaking. Taking advantage of Stakers. Venom, yet again, switch positions into the turn 1 and 2. Jab nice.
Oh dear.
Is FH coming a jab into Ascari? Does he back off? Yes, he does. ARS for the Willie. The back trip. I'm not using any either. FH, pretty simple move for the Mercedes, man. These two, just over 5 seconds ahead of now NRX Adams, who is in P. Not get the move done on the Hungarian. Astro and Verley's also swap positions into turn 1. Cost.
Basically.
Verley's just 3 seconds. That'll help. And a small mistake into first of the 2 levels. Done on a. Has he gained 11 positions? At PV15.
Yeah, Vapor's sitting duck. Oh, get away with that one.
Will JS get close? He's got 20%. Just before the rest affiliation came breaking zone. There. Pretty easy move for them. Red Venom now sneaks it ahead. His turn.
40.
Morgan. 2 shots. NRX Adams can't get the move done in with a lovely Atoma actually on the Williams drive there. We'll have a watch though with jab and FA. Does jab just sit behind, preserve his. He's made a mistake. FH possibly hitting the car at the first chicane and promoting jab now up into quite an easy lead. As Term unable to get close enough to pass Venom into turn 1 and 2.
Oh!
As Term big snap of understeer. Big loss of traction for the Alpine reserve today.
Oh, Akos has binned it. Exit a chicane.
I think that might have been a bunny hop there. I'm
Safety
not quite
car.
sure. That brings us a safety car.
Screws over.
It does re-bring Gorgon, Bad of One Opinion, and Evan back into this race though. And that's our 5th retirement now in this race. Not even 10 laps in. But do the front three decide to box? That's the question. Jab. Going up to Parabolica, does he box? Does he stick out and gamble? I don't think he will, as the mediums can easily go to the end from here. And yes, he does. He does decide to box. FH, does he follow jab into the pits? Yes, he does. The NRX Adams, surely he injured.
Chad.
I'm pretty sure FRT Evan is just out. There's up into P3 on the track in NRX Adams, just behind FRT FH. It's very late to try and overtake the Mercedes into turn 1, but unable to do so. Yeah, Astro and Below all got onto the soft compound tyre. Will they be trying to go to the end of the race here? Very bold strategy from them all. FRT Evan, yeah, he knocks actually off those hard compound tyres. Probably fitting them to ensure he goes through the race, and yes, he is. So Bad of One Opinion, the only one yet to box in this race. I believe, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, he's the only one yet to box and he's still there. Well, gives us a chance to. And then, he was quite far back in this race. He's been saved by a safety car. NRX Adams and Vapor starting 14th and 15th to gain 10 positions and boxed on the safety car. Astro started P9, I believe it was. He's boxed for soft compound tyres. Verley's boxes themselves. Venom, Turn, Sam, and Gordon all following suit. And now we're just waiting for FRT Evan to catch up to the safety car.
Oh, Astro is in again.
Bad if one opinions.
This is a big brain strat. They've done one lap on soft, so it can go back on mediums.
Bad if one opinion goes onto the hards here. Gordon, yeah, goes back onto mediums. Same with Astro.
Yeah, this makes total sense.
He also picks the mediums.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's gonna.
Very smart.
He's just given like 3 places. Only thing I will say is bad if one opinion screwed it because of the hards. So.
Good as well as Venom hopping over the first of the 2 curbs of the Roger chicane in the air for a slight amount of time. As FLT Evans actually jumped TLT Burners. As I'm going to quickly go over the constructors standings now. I've already done the job. Constructors is looking like this. Aston Martin lead in 168 points ahead of Mercedes. We've only got 1 driver left in this race, so 30 points. Though, is in the race for the Alpine. As we go here, Jab, when does he decide to go? Does he catch FH off guard? Seems to be going very, very late here from the American. He gets them to
go. He's gone now.
As he goes now.
This has caught FH off a little bit.
Is Venom actually attacking?
Venom, yeah, Venom's going to have a clean up. Let's say that.
Adam's attacking FH.
Oh, he's hit the back of his teammate.
JS forced over the curb by Adams as Terms actually snuck ahead of Venom there, of course on those soft compound tyres. The 2 McLarens have Gorgons. Gertie Verley's using around the curve of Grande with the slipstream off FRT Evan. The 2 off McLaren's battling into the game. There's Jab already breaking the 1 second gap back to FH. Wow. Tactical switch back there from Term. And can he get Adams here as well? Adams not using any of the ERS. Turner, of course, with that 9 seconds of penalties, Term up into P3. Sam! Spins. Got too much on the curb at turn 1. Lost the rear end. And now it's plumb last.
FH has caught back up, but he's not got more than about 15-20%.
Oh! Back from DQ and FH. Does he have damage? Don't. Or we want to yet to have a problem. Carl.
The DRS here. I don't know if he's going to keep the.
A good point from you.
Oh my god, these guys the curbs, don't they?
Double lock up. Turn 1 here. All over the back of that Red Bull car. JS, by the way, 15% ERS on his car. Oh, as I'm lagging everywhere now, brilliant. It's still commentatable, but we move. So yeah, FH doing himself a solid there. Managing to catch up to Jab and take the DRS as Sam leaves the session. We'll try and invite
Bozo.
Oh my god. But yeah, Venom, Astro all close. Yet again, going into a long straight. Here comes outside.
As well.
Venom, sneak for JS, following NR through there. Yeah, FH here and managing to stay with Jab enough in the corners. There's Adams and Verley's into
The Delaware chicane. Adams actually in an Alfa Romeo sandwich. Furley's ahead, bad up on a pin. Ascar here. If we're going to switch to FRT Venom, it does get close to Verley's, but not quite close enough. Up to Parabolica though with Venom. JS behind only 10% ERS on him. Best as Adams actually sneaks past. Verley's just before Parabolica giving Verley's deal. This Venom going to be quite an easy move for Astro here into turn 1. Well ahead of the braking zone. Does deep. But manages
Stupid.
TLT Verley's there. And off Parabolica. Does he decide to use the press? No, he's sitting behind.
Saved about 50%. So
These mistakes of the British Grand Prix to not overtake too early. So he overtook ahead. Unfortunately for the Irish, re-overtook even to Stowe, if I remember correctly. Oh, I'm using into a scenario which is quite odd. This Jab's also using. If a Jab 65 for FH. Astro sticking behind Venom here. I believe Venom cut a sky a bit too much there. Might be a for the FRT drivers. It's a double FRT podium at the moment. FH getting tantalised. FH is tantalised.
I think Venom go.
Yeah. Venom only on 20% ERS.
Not Venom at this point, particularly with that ERS level and the tyre wear. Yes, yes, I have. Not that stupid.
If I've just been talking to Finn, then I'd be so embarrassed. Anyway, JS is ERS off the telewatch. Odd for me. Verley's Delaware. It's quite like the incident me and in season 2 here at this track.
That's damage for Adams.
Oh, his bad one opinions also made a mistake. What's his win? Both Alfa Romeos without a front wing here.
That's probably both of their races over.
Can Sam Cole's AI capitalise off it?
3 drivers behind, all flat on battery.
Let him go for
Fair play on the brakes.
Yeah, quite a late breakup is running. His bad is forced to stay out. And Adams retired. Sam Cole's AI going to be getting to stay out by his teammate pitting here. Verley's actually goes into the soft compound tyre. Will stay ahead of Sam Cole's AI. Oh, JS big crash!
Well, that's annoying for. Must be annoying for bad F1 opinion, though.
And Verley's here.
If he hadn't pitted earlier, he probably would be in the lead now, or at least third. Bad F1 opinion. If he didn't box again for the hards under safety car.
There's a big JS.
Yeah, this helps Venom.
Ever, but he's going to have to box. Front wing. Just.
Oh, that's a full stack for McLaren.
The Jab leads then on the side. F8 drone in the race was quick. Or was it? Oh no, Evan and Gore going to stay ahead. Verley's ahead of Bad F1 opinion. Bad F1 opinion. Is he going to be behind Sam Cole's AI? No, he's not. Well then, another chance to calm down. Give my rest. Yeah. As I believe it's going to be coming in 2 laps. The next lap, depending on the AI of Sam Cole catches up, if it is needed to catch up to the safety car queue. Oh, Astro on his debut quite well, gaining 6 over the course of this race. Venom has Evan, because Evan has gained 6. So quite a few people in this race. 3 of the people inside the top, still left in this race, started outside the top.
The entertaining safety car. And I know nothing about anyone here, so dub. Well, except Astro, and he's 3rd, so. Ah.
The only Jab obviously favourite for the win. Cole is
Very early this time, he's different from what he did and I think he's gonna do a Magello restart. Let's go! Literally fired it off. Furley's legendary. Oh, FH not caught out this time.
Evan.
Astro caught out though.
FH. Around the outside goes FH for the lead. Can he get the move done? Jab on the brakes. FH, what?
Oh, that is absolutely epic.
Side by side run Curva Grande. Venom a lot better on the throttle. Evan losing in position to bad up on opinion. FH though, what a move around the outside to regain the lead on these soft compound tyres in the late stages of this race. Well then, everyone is going to be within a shot of the win in the top 4, yes I just keep repeating myself. You never know. One of these guys could get a penalty and it could change the entire race. I'll check the warnings in a sec. Actually, I'll check them now. FH. No warning.
Oh, and that's very wide.
Jab a warning. Astro a warning. And Venom 2 warnings. As who went wide?
There's FH exit of Ascari to go further wide, maybe to cancel the warning, but who knows.
Evan and Bad upon opinion fighting around the curve of Parabolica here. Evan on the outside cannot quite get the move done.
Yeah, FH needs to be
using
I think Jabba's running less downforce. So he's going to have more ERS recovery and more straight line speed, so you need to play this smart if you're leading.
We finished with 7 proper drivers. Sam doesn't count because he's an AI. Still going strong though. Venom right on the back of Astro decides to not go for the move. Jab also closing in quite quick without the ERS on FH. So it seems as though Jab is running quite lower wings than FH. Maybe FH could be a pre-setup. Looks quite quick in a shot. Astro not the straight line. All
so
still not using. As there is Evan, yeah, he did want to rejoin. Maybe he just disconnected. Jab has a look to maybe scare FH under the braking, but FH keeps his cool. And oh, as Evan's AI has pitted him. Oh no. Sam's AI is going to claim P6 in this race. Oh my god, I've got more Coke in my Pepsi bottle.
You disgusting human.
We don't have any Pepsi, we only have Coke.
It's not a fucking point. You don't eat this. It's just illegal.
Your mum. Your mum.
Ah, no.
Anyway.
Oh, he has DRS
Jab
now,
close
and he's got a
to
full
DRS,
battery.
yeah, 90% ERS. Does FH let him go into turn 1 and try and stick with him yet again? Maybe overtake him on the final lap into maybe Ascari in turn 1 and use his ERS.
Either way here, I
Jab
think
could be
it's
doing the
lose-lose. Because if Jab is running less downforce, FH isn't going to recover enough. And if FH just sits behind and waits for like the second to last or final lap, he's going to struggle in a straight line because they'll both be blasting. So he's going to have to rely totally on DRS. Anyway, this should be easy for Jabo here.
Jab not having to use him. I don't think
No, not at all.
Jab quite an easy move. He has to use a bit of ERS late into the stretch to confirm the move. Is Venom unable to get past Astro? Astro could be one who's debut here. Jab could be claiming yet another win from pole. FH claiming yet another podium in second place. Still yet to win in Tier 1, I believe, is FH. He's won in Tier 3, 2, but yet to win in Tier 1. He's up against the best of the best in this league. Anyway, 3 laps to go as we head through the first of the 2 Lesmos. Jab, of course, just retaking the lead from FH. Does FH decide to use any ERS into down the Saraglio straight, sorry, into Ascari? FH not using any ERS. Gets quite close to Jab though, just off DRS alone. So maybe they're running around similar downforce and it could just be the slipstream.
That is a fair point.
Yeah. Because the slipstream is
Really
quite
going to go
big
for
around
it to Parabolica? Oh my god.
Yeah, Jab's let him go. Jab's going to get DRS.
And the
Cheeky from
cutback.
Jab. Oh, Jab hasn't got... Oh, no, he does get DRS. Venom's just the fastest. He's 10th. Flying over to Gastro's FH. Just quickly slots in behind Jab.
Yeah, but 20% with 1.5 laps. I don't think this is doable. Up front.
I mean, Jab only has 1 warning, so it's not very likely. So, as we head around the Curva Grande for the penultimate time, it's a lot closer to FH than FH is to Jab, as Jab has used 40% of his ERS already in this sector 1 to kind of cement his place at the top here. As Astro has made a mistake and Venom has got past. FH, well, he only has 3 opportunities to get past Jab, but Jab 7/10 out, 50% battery, using it. FH only at 20%.
No, Venom has got a penalty.
That's going to secure Astro the podium.
Well, you don't know, but looks like it, definitely. I mean,
Astro does only have 1 warning.
Venom's flat though, so it might be on position as well. To be fair, Astro's got 30%. Never mind.
Jab crosses the line to start the final lap. Down.
FH is going to have to hope for Ascari here, I think.
Yeah. Only 3% battery for the Mercedes man. As we head into the Rettifilio chicane for the last time this evening. FH can't make a move, nor can Astro. Astro's going to have to rely on to get it on track. In case Venom does try and remove one of his warnings, with FH is very close to Jab here. Kane.
You need a perfect exit for this next Lesmo.
Here. So yeah, this Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. As I'm going to invite the top 3 here into the park as well. We'll wait and see. But what a race that was. Verley's actually slows coming to the line. Just like to do some donuts. Thanks, Verley's. Oh, and he pissed. Okay.
Bruh.
Well, quite an odd ending to the race then. Wow. Shut up, man. Anyway. Another good performance from Jab. tactically overtaking Finn on the penultimate lap there. Finn coming home in another heartbreak too. It was only 1 second actually separated the top three as Astro finishes P3 on his debut in the league.
That was the second
But yeah.
race.
Yeah, my first race last week.
Yeah, but it's a full-time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shush. Anyway, if we get on to interviews, we'll start with Astro. Astro, your first race is a full-time, and you claim a podium. It's only a second off Jab as well. Very hectic ending to the race. But yeah, you and Venom having quite a nice battle for quite a long time on the track there. I don't know what question to ask.
Yeah.
Gorgon's actually 7 laps.
Why don't you just do the fucking obvious one, which is how did the race go?
Shut up! Well,
Good idea, Mike.
we know how to do it. Shut up. Anyway, Alex, I'll let you ask some questions because I have none.
I just got to start off with ratio for WR tier 6, bitch.
No, I might hold this. Counter.
I knew he was going to mention W. Why did I let him start? I'm going to kill myself. You know, I'm just going to ask Finn some questions. I'll let you two be childish for a bit. Finn,
Yeah. Hello.
yet again, so close to the win.
So
Only
annoyed.
half a tenth this time.
So annoyed.
I think around the same gap in Britain where you lost to Sam. Still yet to win in Tier 1. You've won in Tier 2 and 3. When do you think your win in Tier 1 is coming?
Never. At this rate,
Well, like it
never.
doesn't seem like
I don't
it.
know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how Jab broke so early to get DRS on 25. That always very much
It was
annoys
cheeky
me.
of him.
Yeah, I don't really like that stuff. So it's not cool in my
By the way.
opinion. But whatever. But I don't know how I didn't get him. I'm very annoyed I didn't get him. But next week I guess. Well, break week. Then next week, Imola. I'm good there. So I don't know. We'll come back. We'll get him next time. I don't know. Something like that. That's what they usually say.
Yeah. Heartbreaking for you yet again. Such a small gap between you and your first victory in Tier 1. Jab yet again claiming pole. As per usual, really. I expect Jab to get pole every week. The pole 9 times in 10 races. But,
Oh my god.
yeah. A great race. Off the start, you were very quick, especially to overtake Jab down the inside of the Lesmos. It was a great move to watch from the offboard cam. But, yeah, it was a great race from you. Had some solid pace throughout. But I don't really have any other questions.
I had
What
some
about you?
banging pace. I thought it was the quickest one on track, to be honest, but yeah,
You were pretty quick.
didn't win though, so it was annoying. But I don't know. Well on to Jab, anyways. I don't really like the fact he broke early for DRS, but it's whatever.
Can I just say it was a 4.5 tenth gap? And
Yeah, I
ABS
know.
gives you 4 tenths.
Oh,
Jab
hell.
uses ABS.
Yeah, well, see, there you go. I should have won. Anyways, case closed. I should have won the race. Right, see you, boys.
To bring that up.
Actually left.
Finn's fuming. Anyway, we'll move on to you, Jab. I'm not even gonna quali because you annoy me.
Yeah.
Let someone else have pole for once, apart from Alex.
Fuck off.
Anyway, shut up, Alex. Not you, you fraud. Anyway, converting yet another flipping pole into another flipping win. Sam scoring, well, I don't know if it's count, but he got P6, so better watch out for my team leader.
Oh,
Big
well.
up.
Okay.
You're probably gonna win in Imola, knowing you. Actually, no, I reckon if Turmerist, he might win in Imola. He's got mad Imola pace. But yeah, domination. Well, not exactly domination this time, but you did have a great battle with him throughout the race. You like he said, it was a bit cheeky of you to break on 25. Me and Star were questioning why he was going for the move into Parabolica. But yeah, saving ARS very tactically for the last lap. It's very smart from you. What do you have to say about your cheeky move into Parabolica?
I wouldn't have done it if he didn't go down the inside. When I saw that, I just saw the opportunity. And then, I was planning on letting him go like the lap before, but then, he ended up like not letting him go. He ended up not passing. So when I saw him go down the inside, I just saw the opportunity. So just took it.
Yeah. I was talking about... Oh, I've disconnected from the lobby. I was talking about how FH learned from his mistakes in Britain and not to overtake too early, as he overtook you into Parabolica. So I take everything back. FH, you're not the smartest. But yeah, another win for you. You
Free
will
FH.
be on, I think, 170 points now. If if my math is correct. Yeah, 170 points for you. I'm not sure when you can wrap up the championship, but it's surely got to be soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah, extending almost 100-point gap at the top of the championship between you and Sam now.
Hopefully, but we got Imola coming up, so that's an unknown. Especially with turn 1, it's gonna be a bunch of incidents, so we gotta see what happens there. If I can survive that, then we'll just wait and see.
Well, it was a great race from you, yet again. Mr. Consistent, always at the top if you don't finish. But, nothing else from me. Alex, questions? Have you got any?
Not really.
No.
Oh, of course you don't.
Mate, I joined on lap 4, fuck off.
Shush.
Which means you've
Okay,
seen
we'll go
23
back to
laps.
Astro now. We'll go back to Astro. It's going to be a short one because my throat is absolutely killing me.
All good, mate.
But Astro, your first full-time race in GSR, and you've claimed a podium for the Red Bull boys. How do you feel?
I'm pretty happy with that, yeah. Expectations were low coming into tonight. I've had a general lack of motivation on this game recently. And with Monza the way the curbs are, I wasn't expecting much from this race.
Oh god, yeah.
Qualifying could have gone a lot better. I suffer with something called throttle glitch, where my controller will randomly go to 100% throttle. The game will register it as that, and it happened coming out of the Lesmo and it spun me into the wall. So nothing I could do about that. I was happy with how the race went though. Decided to hit for the softs and then the mediums again under that safety car, and it worked out really nicely.
Yeah, it was very smart from you.
Means I would have been able to go to the end anyway, but obviously the second safety car didn't mean that. I got throttle glitch at the penultimate lap, slightly, coming out of the second chicane, so lost quite a bit of time, unfortunately. So I probably could have been closer to the top 2, but nah, fantastic race from Jab from FH. And yeah, I had some great battles with Venom today, I really enjoyed them. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was great to watch between you and Venom, just going back and forth. Back and forth.
Yeah, I must say, for someone I've never really raced much, he's a really clean guy, and that's what I'm finding a lot of this league. Jab, I'd never heard of him before last week.
Soon to be
Battlefield
Anorix
leader
Jab.
was one of the best.
Eric's Jab.
No. But no, it's a very clean league and stuff in terms of drivers, actually, from what I've noticed so far. So yeah, fair play. Good league you have.
Say that to Finn and Tom. I'm not even an admin. I used to be, but that's before I got kicked. Anyway, Akos has actually left the server. Madness, by the way. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Sam would be bloody ecstatic with your performance, especially after his AI's P6. That's pretty good, to be fair. Ignore that. That's 2 cans of Coke. But yeah, it will be a break week next week for Tier 1 and Tier 3. But tune in at 7 PM next Saturday for Tier 2's rerun of the Bahrain race, as it was cancelled earlier this season. That's all I really have to say. I've been your commentator. Like I said, Star's been my commentator. And we hope to see you all next week for Tier 2.